Welcome back to another episode of the Talking Sports Podcast. I am your host, JD, and I got my brother with me, Jeremiah. We are back with our divisional wild card weekend recap. Well, not recap, predictions. Um, Back on Talking Sports Podcast, Jeremiah, we're here. Playoffs have begun.
That's right. Playoffs is here. Best time for the NFL. Time to see what these teams been working for all year, and I think we're in for a treat. I think this is going to be one of the best playoff um, rounds we've seen leading up to the Super Bowl. I don't know how the Super Bowl game is going to be, but I think the playoff will be good.
Well, I mean, we're definitely going to get a new AFC uh, team this season with the Chiefs being out. I am disappointed and upset about that, but it's bound to happen after almost a decade of dominance. Uh, Got to get a new team in there. So let's just get right into it with our games. We have starting off today as we're recording this Panthers at home as the 4 seed against the Rams as the 5 seed. And this is a away team that has been really good this season. And they're 10, and I believe last time I saw they were a 10.5 point. Uh, the spread was 10.5 in the Rams' favor. So the Panthers are a 10.5 point dog last time I saw. And so that's a pretty big number. But I think the Rams are the better team in this scenario.
Yeah, no, I would agree. Just based on the eye test, I mean, the Rams have better numbers, better record. Like obviously, they've performed better all season. But this is not going to be a walk in the park like most people think it is for the Rams. If you remember, the Panthers beat them November 30th at
They
home,
did. They did.
31-28. And we've seen this before from the Rams. The Rams also played pretty bad against the Falcons. I think that was Monday Night Football a couple weeks ago. But
Yep.
um, the Rams have to show up. I mean, it's playoffs. Every team is here because they got in.
Yeah.
And so, you know, Rams have to show up. Panthers have a good defense as well. So it's, you know, Rams are projected to win probably by 74, 75%, I think is what I saw last time. But they still got to show up. Stafford's got to try and, get the offense going. The Rams defense really is, I think, they are the main part of this team that needs to step up if the Rams want to go far into the playoffs. But I think I got the Rams coming out, but we'll see.
Yeah, I got the Rams in this one too. I just think the addition of Devontae Adams back into the lineup, I think is going to help tremendously. He's been out the last few weeks with that hamstring. Hopefully, he's healthy enough to just maintain and carry them through on this playoff run because they're going to need him. Puka is great by himself, but you got to have the number two on the other side to alleviate some of the pressure and reduce double teams. And Devontae Adams leads the league in touchdown receptions. We can't forget about that. Um, well, at least I think he does. At least he was before his injury. I don't know if somebody's taking that, but the goal line touchdowns and the red zone touchdowns that he has make this team so much better than what we've seen. So much, so dynamic and so uh just explosive. Obviously, Matthew Stafford, MVP caliber season. I think he's projected to get the MVP just based on his performance last week against Arizona. Um, so, like you said, though, I think the defense is going to be the key and also the running game. If the Rams cannot run the ball, then, like I said in one of my previous videos when we're talking about college football, you get one dimensional. These teams, they know how to exploit you. And so the Rams need to be balanced. They need to be able to run the ball with Blake Corum and Kyron Williams, as well as Matthew Stafford being a MVP level quarterback as he's been all season. So I think the question is, what can the Rams do? Well, not what are the Panthers going to do to um, to upset, to win at home and upset the Rams like they did last time? Obviously, the the game plan can't be the same because you watch film, you see what the teams did before to beat you. So whatever the Panthers did before, the Rams are going to be ready for it. Um, what can, in your opinion, what can the Panthers do to upset the Rams today?
I think they can make Stafford uncomfortable. Um, I think that's where you start as far as the Panthers on defense, because that was what happened when they played them the last time, which is why Stafford threw those two picks, which really hurt them as far as the turnovers was concerned. And make him uncomfortable, make him get rid of the ball quicker than he wants to,
Yeah,
uh, for the routes not to fully develop for his receivers. And you may be able to get some turnovers out of him. We've seen that happen to him a couple of times this season, and that was what the Panthers did first time. But second thing I would say is this: the Panthers, they have a great 1-2 punch. Really, I mean, if you include Bryce Young, there's three people that can run the ball very well. You got Hubbard, you got Rico, and you got Bryce. And so if they can get them going, I think Bryce only threw the ball 15 times when they played them back in November.
yeah.
So if
he, he's had games where he's thrown the ball many times and only had like 100 yards or something. So I don't know what we're gonna see from Bryce today, honestly.
right. But I mean, the reason why is if you get those two backs going at 16, 17, 18 carries each, that takes the load off of him. And so I think make Stafford uncomfortable, get the running game going early, and I think your recipe will be built for success if you can play a clean game, no turnovers.
Right. Yeah.
I think the Panthers that'll be two keys for them.
Yeah. I think you got to shrink the game. You got to keep the Rams offense off the field. Um, with them being as explosive and dynamic as they are, you got to try to punish them. 20 carries each, Rico and Chuba, and no turnovers. Try to shrink the game, keep the Rams offense off the field. But I don't think it's gonna be enough, honestly.
Yeah,
Um, it's with us being in Carolina, we're in South Carolina, but uh weather is gloomy, a little chilly. So Rams coming from California, it's gonna be difficult, honestly. But I think the Rams pull this one out. I'm gonna say I don't think it's gonna be too close, but I don't think it's gonna necessarily be a blowout either. I got Rams. I don't think the Rams cover. If it's 10.5, I think it's gonna be Rams 27, Panthers 17.
26. Okay. Um, I'll go Rams 30-17.
Okay. All right, cool. Well, we'll see what the Rams and Panthers game is looking like today as we're recording this on this wild card weekend. Next game, I believe, is Packers Bears tonight, 8 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Packers, Bears, 8 o'clock. Bears being the 2 seed, Packers being the 7 seed once again. Uh, can we just say that the Packers have kind of underwhelmed with Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love because they've been the 7 seed each time they've been in the playoffs. And if not for this 7 seed, if not for this new playoff system, the Packers wouldn't be in the playoffs any of these seasons. And we saw them beat the Cowboys, what, 3 years ago, I guess, 2 years ago. In that 7-2 matchup, Cowboys had 12 wins and 16-0 at home last 2 years, and the Packers blew them out. But if it wasn't for that, the Packers wouldn't be in the playoffs in any of these years. And so, what can we say about Matt LaFleur and this Packers team going into this season with no this playoff run with no Micah Parsons, obviously injured ACL, no Tucker Craft, essentially the best catching ball catcher on the team, and Jordan Love coming off injury. What can we what can we expect from the Packers?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fair to say that they've been disappointing or maybe a little bit underwhelming um, in the I guess LaFleur Love era. Um, I think the best way I would describe it is just inconsistent. Um, they have flashes and moments throughout the seasons where they look like the best team in the league, and then
Yeah,
other moments and other longer stretches of the season, which is now, they look like they don't even deserve to be in the playoffs. Um, so yeah, I think it's been inconsistent. What to expect? It's going to be a dogfight. I think both teams will show up because this will be the third time they've played each other this season.
yeah,
Divisional game. We don't have to explain the Packers and Bears rivalry. Everyone knows what that's
yeah.
like. I think both teams will show up, but I just think I'm not sure how far effort can take them because the Bears roster is just too talented. Um, just top to bottom. I mean, coaching all the way down to the players and staff. I think the Bears are a more talented team by far. What to expect from them? I think they'll show up. I think they'll give a good battle and a good fight, but I think ultimately they're going to fall short, which has been kind of their MO for this season and really the past couple of seasons.
Yeah, this matchup is very interesting. Like you said, it's divisional matchup. Uh, you know, obviously rivalry. These teams know each other well. They've played each other, if I'm not mistaken. They've This is the third time they played in like 5 weeks. So uh not only are they familiar with each other just as far as the rivalry goes, but they literally have played each other very recently. So
Yep,
uh, I think one thing that we have to kind of take into consideration with this Bears team is experience. Like they're a
it's true.
new team to the playoffs. Obviously, Ben Johnson has his experience in the playoffs, but with Detroit, and Caleb is his um, first playoff game for him in the NFL. And so I would say the Packers have the experience of the playoff atmosphere, but it's really just determining what type of game we're gonna get from Jordan Love. I mean, the Bears have, they lead in takeaways, but other than that, their defense, they give up yards and they give up points. And so um what we're gonna get from Jordan Love, what we're gonna get from Josh Jacobs, is the Bears offense gonna be dynamic, with Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams and those plethora of wide receivers that the Bears have. I honestly don't know how to pick this game. Caleb Williams isn't the best quarterback, for the first 3 quarters, and then fourth quarter he kind of steps it up and leads comebacks and whatnot. So this is gonna be a close game, honestly. Uh, Home field, obviously, the Bears are in Chicago, so with that, I guess I'll give it to Chicago, um, 23-20. This I don't see it being any more than that, to be honest. So that's what I'll say. I'll go Bears 23-20.
Yeah, I think that's fair. It's a fair assessment. I mean, it's been interesting following both of these teams. I think looking back to the beginning of the season, I didn't expect the Bears to be anywhere near
Right? Yeah, no,
what they are
I
now.
didn't either.
Um, so I mean, shout out to Caleb, shout out to Ben. They found something that clicks. in the offense, and I think it'll be a great game. I really do. I mean, this could easily be one of the best games. Um, I don't think it'll be too high scoring. There'll definitely be some points involved. Um, you know what? I'm gonna show some love to my former team.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Packers win by a field goal. I'll go 24-21.
Okay.
Field
All right.
goal.
Upset.
Wait, I shouldn't. I really shouldn't because the Packers have lost four straight.
Yeah.
I really shouldn't, but maybe something will happen. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, I think the obviously the Packers have to stop the run,
Yeah.
and their defense has been bad
Oh yeah.
without Micah. And obviously we saw what the Cowboys look like without Micah. So, um, Micah's just that good, I guess. But I don't know if the Packers are gonna be able to stop the Bears from doing what they want to do, unfortunately. But I just think with the experience, Caleb has the Caleb is he's polarizing. He could have a 3 touchdown game and go crazy and throw all these crazy passes, or he could have a 3 pick game. And honestly, Jordan Love is the same way. They're both of these guys are streaky. Um, so that's why I kind of picked the semi-defensive, semi-offensive game, 23-20, and similar with your score, 24-21, just the opposite. But it's gonna be an interesting game for sure. What's
Yep.
the weather like in Chicago? Is it snow game? What do we have?
A great question.
Yeah, I don't know. That obviously these two teams are used to the cold, and so being in Green Bay and Chicago. Um, so so yeah, we'll see what happens. All Packers fans and Bears fans, let us know down in the comment section what you guys' thoughts are about the game tonight.
Expected right now, Soldier Field, 8 o'clock. Gonna be 32 degrees and snow.
Oh wow. Okay. I mean, 32 is like right at freezing point, but of course
Yep.
up north snow. You will get snow.
Yeah.
For
I'm not
sure.
sure. I don't know if it's already snowing, but they're saying by the time tonight comes, it will be. So we'll see.
Yeah. There's probably gonna be some flurries, obviously. It's winter
Yeah,
time. And this, playoff football outdoors, that's what you're bound to get.
for
But
sure.
one team that won't be getting any snow, that's the Jacksonville Jaguars going against the Buffalo Bills tomorrow in Jacksonville. And for me, this is my favorite game of the playoffs so far, wild card weekend. Can I just say, um, I am personally the Jacksonville Jaguars fan going into these playoffs with my teams, the Chiefs and the Cowboys, both being out. So shout
Right.
out to the Jags. Shout out Duval. I had to do it better than Liam Cohen did, but shout out Liam Cohen also
Yeah.
because honestly, I think this is the coach of the year. Liam Cohen, um, and we saw what he did with Baker Mayfield in that offense. And ever since he's been gone, the offense for Tampa Bay has not been good.
Mhm.
And so Liam Cohen is my coach of the year. Trevor Lawrence, this is the hottest team in the NFL right now. 8 straight wins. Offense is clicking on all cylinders. Trevor Lawrence being back to his Clemson form, back to his national championship form, just slinging it all over the field with the beautiful hair and the grill. Can we just talk about the aura and the swag that this team has right now? And honestly, if we can get a good game from Travis Etienne as well, I think that's going to be the key to beating this Buffalo team. Uh, the Jaguars have a great rush defense, and we know that the Bills want to run the ball. And so, if they can make Josh Allen uncomfortable, get pressure with some turnovers, I see, I see this being not a blowout because obviously Josh Allen is the former MVP and Um, he's incredible in itself, but I just don't know if the Bills have enough to. to match up with this high powered offense and the scheme that the Jags are running right now.
Yeah, yeah, you make great points. The Jags season has been incredible after a little bit of a rocky start. I think there were some questions early on about how Liam Cohen and Trevor were getting along. You know
Yeah,
how he was in his year. All the play calling topics that was going on, but they figured it out. They were able to end the season uh, really being the best team in the NFL as far as just a hot streak. And they've proven they deserve it. They got the division win, um, which I'm very very excited about. I think that's just should be success built for many many years if they can keep this going.
yeah, absolutely.
The Bills. It's going to be a tough game for them, for the Jaguars and the Bills, really. But specifically for the Bills, because like we said, Jags are the hottest team in the NFL. The Bills have struggled. They've had up and down moments. Um, the thing that's concerning is that the Bills are the most experienced team in the playoffs for the AFC.
Yep.
Um, you've got new teams, new head coaches, new play callers, which may be a good thing, but that inexperience just it raises some question because playoffs, prime time, it's about who's going to show up. It's one game, win or go home. So
Yep.
um, my mind is telling me the Bills, but my heart is telling me Jaguars,
Yeah.
and it's just gonna be tough. Here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say. If Trevor doesn't turn the ball over, they win the game,
Yeah.
and I
I
think
agree. And he's been better with that.
absolutely, yeah, he's doing a lot better with that because I think you're going to get one or two from Josh. I just think so. The Jags defense has just been incredible. They're going to keep it close for sure. It's not going to be a blowout.
The thing we have to worry about is Josh Allen's legs. That's going to
Yeah,
be the key, because if there's a scenario where James Cook doesn't get going,
right.
then we're going to see Superman mode from Josh Allen
Yeah,
early, and obviously he can have a three touchdown pass, three touchdown run game, and that's happened before. Uh, and if that's the case, then the Bills are just going to win. It's just you gotta be able to limit his run as well. So honestly, whoever is going to be the spy, make a get a guy and make him just the spy all game long, Josh Allen, and
yeah,
um, keep him in the pocket and force him to beat you with these wide receivers. Shavers, Shakir, Keon Coleman, these guys, they're decent. You got to stop the tight ends, Kincaid and Knox. But stopping the run is going to be the key. James Cook leads the league in rushing. He's a rushing champ this season, so it starts with him. They're going to try to beat you with him first,
yes,
uh, because that's what they do. But I think the Jazz can do it. I'm excited about them just being at home and have another playoff game. I haven't been to a lot of Jaguars games that I've watched. Us just being here where we are. But I'm excited to watch this game. I'm excited to see what this Trevor Lawrence led offense can do. I've always been a fan of him, obviously since Clemson. So I'm excited. The acquisition of Jacoby Myers with the Jaguars has really helped this offense. Just give him another weapon. Brian Thomas is explosive, a big wide receiver that can do a lot. And so I'm excited. Go Jags, Jags to the Super Bowl. I think this is gonna be a high scoring game though, to be honest.
yeah.
I'm gonna go, it's not gonna hit 40. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say 35-31. With the a fourth down incompletion to end it from Josh Allen. Um 35-31 Jags.
Yeah, it's a great score. Yeah, I just think ultimately while you were talking, it just sounded like to me the this is not the best matchup for the Bills
No, it's not.
because the Jags have the best run D in the
If it
league.
was anybody else, yes, I can
Yes,
see it.
agreed. Jags have led the league all season in run defense and yards and yards per carry. So um, I just think that's not great for the Bills. So I'll go with the youth, I guess, more inexperienced youth team. I'll go Jags. I'll go Jags 31-27.
Okay, excellent. So let's talk storylines a little bit because this is a Bills team that is supposed to be their year. No Mahomes,
Yeah.
no Lamar. Like you said, they're the most experienced AFC team. This is supposed to be their year, and if they lose this game, then we could see a lot of changes in Buffalo. They're going into the new stadium next season. This could be a scenario where we see McDermott fired. We could potentially see um, uh, a paradigm shift in Buffalo as they embark upon their new arena, new stadium, and this. Even though they're the sixth seed, this is supposed to be their year. And so if they don't win, honestly, I believe they have to go to the Super Bowl just because of everything that has transpired, all the new teams, and with Josh Allen being former MVP, and Mahomes being out, Lamar being out, Burrow being out. Those are the only guys he's lost to in the playoffs. Well, not Lamar, but Burrow and Mahomes, and so he's supposed to be the guy. And if it doesn't happen this year, I think we could see a lot of changes in Buffalo.
Yeah, I fully agree. This is their best chance, their best opportunity, and best chance to get to the Super Bowl, which is what they have been trying to do. Um, and they've had Mahomes to stop them, and Burrow, and they've gone toe to toe with the Ravens, but they're not here. And
Right.
I agree with you. You have to ask questions about the staff, about you know certain parts of the team, maybe. Um, but they should be able to get over the hump. If there's any year they should, it's now. Now
Yeah,
their perfect opportunity, perfect chance. Um, with the one-two punch, Cook and Allen. I mean, they've been great most of the year. They've had some inconsistent games or runs, but I wouldn't be surprised if they lose. If they lose this game, definitely I think the coach is gone. Um, if they win this one and they get to one more and they go to the Super Bowl, maybe they'll try again, depending on what happens in that Super Bowl game. But yeah, I think you probably try and get a new coach, a new play caller in there, and try and get Josh some more help as far as receivers are concerned.
definitely. And let me be honest. I could definitely see the Bills winning this game. I could see Josh Allen just going crazy,
Yeah,
and even though the weapons aren't great, I could see him just Superman mode, just going crazy, and the Jaguars being overwhelmed by his amazing game, and so um, I could see honestly. So I'm gonna just. This is what I don't want to see. I don't want to see a Eagles Bills Super Bowl,
I know.
but I could see it. Um, that's my dark horse and what I basically just don't want to see. But I could see it happening, just because of the experience of these two teams. in their playoffs and in their divisions conferences. So uh, I don't want it to happen. Obviously, I want the Jags to win, but I can see the Bills winning.
I could too. And yeah, we'll get to the Eagles in a second, but I could too. I mean, Eagles have been there. Eagles are the champs. Um, and so it wouldn't be a surprise on that end. And again, experience matters in the playoffs.
Yeah, it does.
But, you know, being in those pressure situations and either getting it done or not getting it done, you've still been there. You've experienced it. You've been through it. So you kind of understand more of how it is, more of what to expect. It's a mental thing. And
Absolutely.
the Bills have been able to continuously be there. They just haven't been able to get over the hump. But I wouldn't be surprised either if the Bills easily handle each AFC team they face going into the Super Bowl. But we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, we definitely will. So we talked about the Eagles. Let's transition to this game. Eagles versus 49ers in Philadelphia. The Eagles are the 3 seed in the NFC this season with a very weird year, but we still see them winning their division for the first time. We have a back-to-back winner of the NFC East. Hasn't happened in 20 years. And so shout out to Philly for that. But in my opinion, this team is just not good. They offense struggled. Saquon struggled all season long. He had one or two good games. Um, Jalen Hurts, didn't turn the ball over as much, but we just saw moments where this offense just was putrid, and uh, games where in either first half or second half they don't complete a pass or they don't have yards or they don't score. We
Mhm.
saw the game against the Cowboys. They just shut out second half, and the game against the Rams, they came back in the second half and scored 28 or so points. And so this team has just been inconsistent. Despite winning, I believe their defense is really going to be the key. Um, and so I'm picking the 49ers in this game. We've seen the 49ers and Eagles play before. Brock Purdy injured a couple years ago. Uh, McCaffrey is going to be the key, obviously, to their offense. Shanahan the um, running the offense there in San Francisco. It's going to be a close game, obviously, with the Eagles' lack of offense and the 49ers defense not being injury plagued, but still uh, playing a fairly good game with Robert Saleh running the show for that defense in San Francisco. Um, I got the 49ers here. I think this is where the Eagles ended and everything just comes to a head as far as what we've seen all season long with them.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I agree. It's been, and, we say this, I feel like we said this for the past, I don't know, 3 or 4 years. It's been a weird year for the Eagles, just like it is every year.
Yeah.
There's AJ Brown drama. There's Jalen Hurts and receiver drama.
Sirianni doing crazy stuff.
Right.
Offensive coordinator. I think Jalen kind of threw him under the bus like week 18 or whatever in a press conference. But um,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't see it. I can see Brock Purdy carving his team up. Um, and McCaffrey having a really good game.
Yeah. McCaffrey will absolutely have to have his best game of the year if they want to win. I mean, that's just how it is. Unfortunately, as much as I don't want to, this would be the first pick we disagree on because I'm gonna go with the Eagles. And the main reason why is somehow. They tend to
They just win.
they just
Yeah,
they
I
do.
know. I hate it. I hate it.
You saw it with the Bills Eagles game, and I really just that game stuck with me. If you remember us watching it,
Yeah, yeah.
because the game was 13-12, right?
Yep.
Which number one showed the Eagles defense is productive. They're good. They're able to
Yep.
stop you. Um, but also that just gave me a picture of what I think each playoff game is going to be like for the Eagles. I don't think they're going to be high scoring.
Nope.
I don't think it's going to be a lot of back and forth. I just think somehow the Eagles are going to find a way to pull it out. Um,
It's their defense. Their
it
defense
is.
is really
Yeah,
good. Um, I,
they're at home.
they can be beaten though. That's the thing. Like they
Absolutely.
because their
Absolutely.
offense is so. I,
They should be. They should be being beaten.
yeah, yeah,
Absolutely. 49ers could shut them out. I mean, like it's just there's many different storylines I could see happening, but unfortunately, I think the Eagles are going to pull it out. They're at home. Um, I think it's going to be a I don't want to say easy game, but 49ers do have injuries on defense,
yeah. They do.
and they've kind of been scraping by themselves for the past couple of weeks. Um, Shanahan's been calling incredible games on offense. I mean, really perfect games on offense.
Yeah.
But the defense has been mediocre past few weeks. I'm gonna go Eagles. I'm gonna go.
They're not getting 20 or right at 20.
I'm gonna go Eagles 23-17.
So something I saw on sports television this week is that the last week's game against Seattle,
Mhm.
49ers they tried to win the game, played everybody, did everything they could. Seattle's defense shut them out completely. 13-3 in a game where they tried and Sam Darnold didn't turn the ball over and the Seattle defense basically held San Francisco to 3 points and they couldn't really do much. Is that a scenario you could see in this game where Seattle's, Philly's defense just takes over. Philly, obviously their offense can't do much. So we see a defensive game, and we just see a dominant defense by Philly, where 49ers can't do much.
Yeah,
Is that the game plan? Is that the blueprint to beat San Francisco?
I think it should be. Yeah, it should be because Seattle proved they could do it. Um, the personnel is a little bit different as far as Seattle and Philly, but um, they gave you the blueprint. They did, and so you're exactly right on that. I just think um, I don't know. They want Hurts. They want Saquon to be the guys, to be the ones that take them to the next game and to the Super Bowl again. Um, so I don't know how much emphasis they're going to put on it themselves as Philadelphia is concerned. Um, but Seattle proved to you, what the game plan kind of was. Um, Purdy is, it's funny. I was watching one of Cam Newton's videos, and
But I can.
yeah, he says some crazy stuff. He says some good stuff.
Yeah,
But I agreed with this, and he was listing the QBs, and he was saying game changer or game manager.
yeah.
Um, and when Purdy's name came up, he gave you this look, and he was like game manager. Uh, but
But he's had games where he
he
was
had,
like throwing five
yeah,
touchdowns and really just lighting teams up. So I don't
and
know.
he's becoming better out of the pocket as well, which is kind of
Yeah,
struggled with a little
he's
bit.
mobile.
Yeah, he's mobile. Um, I could see that scenario though. I could because the Eagles defense is very good. I think they're going to show up. Um, just McCaffrey's the question mark for me.
Hmm.
He's always the X factor. He's always the guy. If they can get him going in the pass game and run game, and he's able to obviously finish the game, no injuries.
Yeah,
Um, I think it would just be tough for the Eagles to keep the 49ers that low scoring. I think the 49ers will easily get 2 touchdowns at least.
yeah,
Um, I want to go Niners. I really do.
yeah.
But I think, yeah, I'm going to say home field advantage is going to be the key for the Philly win.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can see it. There's definitely a path. I think you have to, as the 49ers defense, you have to slow down Jalen Hurts' run. I think
Yeah.
that's going to be the key. He hasn't run a lot this regular season, other than tush push and things like that. But in the playoffs is really where he comes alive as far as a running quarterback and putting everything out on the field. And if you can limit his touchdowns in the run game, and you know limit the big play, Saquon can still do it, but you gotta stop it still. Lane Johnson is back for the Eagles for the offensive line, so when he's playing, they're better. So I'm going a lot of head. No, I'm going a lot of heart for these picks, as you can tell. So um, give me the 49ers. You gonna say something?
Question: is Fred Warner playing?
They were kind of hinting at him coming back. I don't believe he is,
Okay.
but
I
I
was I was trying to get a status update for him, and I heard it was either this week or next week, but that was the last thing I heard. I haven't heard anything else, so
yeah. I mean, if he does, that would be good. That would help.
for
But
sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't believe he is.
I hope Niners win, and I'm saying that because I don't like the Niners either, but I hate
Correct.
as well.
Correct. Yeah, 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 exactly.
I just don't want to see a repeat because I feel like if Philly win this, they're gonna go to the Super Bowl and win. So
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
see.
We'll see. We definitely will see. Sunday night. What game are we missing? Because there's a Sunday night game.
Is
Is
that
that
Patriots and
Patriots Chargers? Yes.
that's saying? Yeah.
Yeah. Patriots Chargers, and then the Monday night game is Steelers versus Texans. I don't really have much to say about these this game. Patriots are 2 seed. Uh the Patriots have had the easiest schedule
Mhm.
this season. Um so we'll see if that is a determining factor in these playoffs, whether they can play well against a good team. It's going to be up to the Patriots defense to get pressure on Herbert. With their offensive line injuries, he's been hit a lot. He's been beat up. He's not necessarily healthy coming into the game with the hand injury,
Yeah.
but he's a warrior, and Herbert's a warrior. He balls, and Harbaugh's a good coach, and so Vrabel is another coach of the year candidate. Obviously, getting this team to where they are, 2 seed in the playoffs, winning the AFC East. Uh, this game was a toss up to me though. Uh, Chargers defense is really good. They picked off. Well, they forced one of the teams that beat the Eagles, forcing like 5 turnovers. So they have the players that can step up and beat you. They beat the Chiefs twice. Obviously, the Chiefs weren't that good this season, but still the Chiefs. Um, this game could go. I think it's going to be a nail biter. I see it. Honestly, I see it being a high scoring game. I'm going to go 31-28 Chargers. I'm going to go upset here. Um, well,
Upset is crazy.
no, let me take that. Let me take that back. I think it's going to be a close game. Um, I don't know that Chargers defense though. It's just I don't know. I don't know if the Patriots can play well in their first playoff game with these young guys. Obviously you got Mac Hollins and you got Stephon Diggs, guys that have experience. Drake May is an MVP candidate. Um, I don't know how to pick this game. I really don't. Give me a field goal game either way. I don't know who wins. Field goal game.
Um, I don't think it's gonna be close.
Who you got?
I got Patriots. Um, as good as the Chargers defense is, I think there's too many factors for them to consider and try and stop as far as the Patriots offense. Um, Again, Drake May can run.
Yeah.
Henderson, Stevenson are both incredible backs that really have just came out of nowhere and surprised the league. And the thing about the running game for the Patriots is that there are games
They don't do it often.
they don't, but there are games to where, like last week against Miami, Drake May, I'm not sure he threw the ball 15 times. And it's just like these backs only have 10, 12 carries, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns each. Like,
Right.
it's just, and obviously that's Miami, obviously.
Right. Yeah.
But um, I think it'd be too much for the Chargers to stop. And the Patriots defense, they're no scrubs either. It's a good defense. Um, I got Patriots 38-17.
Oh gosh.
Think yeah, I don't see it going well for the Chargers. I like the year they've had. I like Harbaugh. I like Herbert. Um, is Hampton playing? Are we? Is that has that been
He should be.
confirmed?
I think he is.
I think I saw him as questionable the last time I looked. But if he plays, that'll be a huge help for the
Yeah.
Chargers. But I don't think they have enough talent. I don't think they have enough. Um,
Seven seeds are 1-9. So I mean,
yeah,
yeah.
right. And again, they're playing somebody else. If they're playing a Texans, the Steelers, sure, maybe.
Yeah.
But I got Patriots easily in this one.
All right. Well, there you have it. The last game for this wild card weekend is Steelers at home Monday night against the
Mm,
Texans. And so we see Monday night Steelers where Tomlin is what 12-0 Monday night,
yes, sir.
and 22-3, I want to say overall Monday night, against the Texans team who's been playing really, really well coming into this playoffs. I think they're on a streak as well, if I'm not mistaken. Their defense obviously being the key to this team, and um, a last hurrah for Aaron Rodgers. What say you about this game? It's gonna be a tough one to pick, with just the Steelers being at home Monday night playoff game where they're undefeated, and so I don't know. I don't know how to pick it.
It's going to be a tough one. This is going to be a battle.
Yeah, it is. I say low scoring,
Yeah,
um,
for sure.
defensive battle, lot some turnovers, sacks, bad offense. Um, DK versus Nico Collins, whoever has the most yards, touchdowns wins.
Yeah, I could easily see that. DK's so happy that he's able to play again after his incident, being suspended for 2 games.
Yep,
Um, Storylines, man. You mentioned some earlier. This is so many. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, maybe last go at it. Uh,
yep,
Tomlin being having a great record on Monday night, but on the other side, not winning a playoff game in years.
right.
Um, Texans just turning their season around. I mean, started off. I thought they were finished.
Yeah, they're 0-3. They're
Oh,
0-3 to start the season.
right. But again, like you said, they're on a hot streak. It's not about how you start; it's about how you finish. And they finished incredible.
Yep,
Um, would have won the division if Jacksonville just didn't have a great year.
as
Um,
well. Yeah,
but I fear for the Steelers offense, particularly the offensive line for the Steelers, which is good. They've been able to kind of makeshift some things and make some things work, but the Texans defensive line is incredible. Um,
yeah,
and defense as a whole is incredible. And so, again, I think low scoring. I think I think the defense will win this game. I'm not sure if it's the Texans defense or the Steelers defense, but I think the defense will win this game for one of the teams. Um, it's going to be a tough one. It
yeah.
really, really
While
is.
you're thinking about it, just to kind of give some, Aaron Rodgers has been playing well last 4 or 5 games, minus Cleveland.
Right.
He didn't want the sack record on his legacy, so
Yeah.
they kind of they did what they had to do with that game. But um, I think the two backs for the Steelers, Kenneth Gainwell, Jalen Warren, they're going to be the key to this game because if the Steelers can run the ball and if the Steelers can get these backs in space in the boundary screens and um, you know getting the backs out in the flat, that's gonna open up some things because Aaron Rodgers won't be getting hit. He may have some time play action. We know how lethal Aaron Rodgers is with his play action, and so um, Steelers being at home, Texans offense not being the best. I think that's going to be the key. Whether C.J. Stroud doesn't turn the ball over, he needs to have a good game and limit the pressures from T.J. Watt. So again, low scoring game. I'm gonna go a lot of field goals in this game. I'm gonna go, man, gosh.
Going under 20 for both.
Yeah. Under 20 for both. 19, 19-12. Ugly game.
I,
Ugly game.
about where I'm at with the score. I was going to say 19-16.
Yeah.
I think Boswell redeems himself. I think Boswell wins it for him. Last kick of the game.
Ooh, okay. Okay. I could definitely see that.
Yeah, but I think the Steelers are going to play for Rodgers. I really do. People
Yeah.
say what you want about Rodgers, but you see the chemistry. You see how they're all running up to him and hugging him after the game, and
Yeah.
even how he talks about his players, his old linemen, the defense. The relationship between him and Tomlin, and how they wanted to play for each other,
Yeah.
which is crazy after Rodgers beating him in the Super Bowl back years ago.
That's very true. I didn't think
Um,
about that. That's true.
yeah, but they want to play for this guy, and they know he doesn't have much time left. Whether he's going to retire this year or come back another season, um, but I think Steelers are going to have more heart to go out and win this one. So I got Steelers.
Okay. All right. Well, you've heard it here. We have giving our predictions, our previews for each playoff game for the wild card. But before we get out of here, Jeremiah, I do want to just talk about the coaching carousel in the NFL quickly because we've seen a lot of coaches get fired. Really immediately after that last game, Week 18, and some more recently with Miami uh, firing McDaniel's. Um, the big, the big team, the big name is Harbaugh for the Baltimore Ravens. Who do you see coming in coaching Lamar? Do we see a offensive coordinator, a young offensive coordinator getting his first shot, or do we see a proven guy that maybe defensive coordinator to kind of stir up the defense. Uh, the Ravens haven't had a new coach in 18 years, 19 years, so it's going to be very new. What say you about this coaching search for the Baltimore Ravens?
Yeah, very new is that's an understatement. I mean, that entire culture is going to change in Baltimore, which I think is what they've been wanting. Um, they haven't been able to get it done as well. Another one of those AFC teams who have just struggled to get over the hump,
Yep,
and not making the playoffs this season was the final strike for Harbaugh, and I understand it. They've had great success with him, but just it was just time.
yep,
As far as coaches, I have no idea. I really have no idea. I mean, there is a lot of spots open. And I think there'll be more coaches to be available as well after these playoffs are over, depending on
yeah,
what.
true.
So I'm not sure. I think you need a young offensive coordinator like a Ben Johnson, um, McDaniel type of guy. I'm not saying go get him, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
um, a Kellen Moore type, just an offensive mind, I think, to try and unlock um, this team. And, offensively, they haven't struggled as much. When you have Derrick Henry, you're not going to struggle as much.
Right.
They still struggled. And
Yeah.
so I think a new, fresh, energetic mind that can, reach Lamar offensively. And I think you go get, a DC that's going to be tough on these guys, that's going to, have a vision, have a scheme for them. Well,
I think they've interviewed or they're going to interview Brian Flores, defensive coordinator for
yeah,
the Vikings, to kind of shore up the defense, and then kind of adverse to what you were saying, get a defensive coach, but get a good offensive coordinator that will come
sure.
and like a McDaniel's,
Yeah,
really just help that the running scheme that they have with Lamar. The question is, who does Lamar want? Like, I don't think he. I think him and the relationship between him and Harbaugh kind of just soured over the years,
yeah,
and so obviously they chose Lamar, and whether he gets a contract extension or not, we don't know yet. He obviously is in line for one. Um, who does Lamar want? That's going to be the question. Is he going to have some say in who they choose? Um, we don't know yet. I mean, honestly, the Ravens and this offseason is going to be the most interesting for them. Um, if somebody does get fired from one of these playoffs teams, then obviously the Ravens is the best job
sure.
opening with having a two-time MVP, Derrick Henry, the talent that you have on the defensive side with Roquan Smith, Kyle Hamilton, Humphreys, other guys that they have. So this team is coveted for sure. The job is coveted. But just you never know. You never know who's gonna get it, who they're gonna be interviewing. Um, Obviously everybody wants it. But on the other side, Harbaugh, he's available. And
Yeah,
obviously he's a good coach. Is proven great success, good winning percentage. Um, but the thing I question is he's 62 years old, and I didn't realize this. He's 62. He's on the older side. And so is is his time is the NFL passing him? In other words, is his scheme archaic? He's a special teams guy, which is ironic. We don't see a lot of special teams guys being head coaches,
yeah,
not successfully anyway. Um, so it's going to be interesting to see. Obviously, he's a good coach. I think the question is with the openings that are available right now, Miami, the Giants, Falcons, and other teams. Does he want to coach those teams? Because those teams aren't good. You have up and coming with the Giants. They have the quarterback Jackson Dart, Malik Neighbors coming off injury next season. Um, Atlanta, you got Bajan, obviously. You know, Miami. Honestly, I think Miami's probably gonna be bad. I think I wouldn't sniff the Miami Dolphins right now. I think they're gonna tank and bring in Arch Manning.
as they should.
Quinn Ewers is there though.
Ship 'em. They should. They waited for the wrong Texas QB. I'm not sure what they were thinking. Let me say this. Let me say this really quick. Ravens, do not get Stefanski. That's all I have to say.
Oh, that's interesting.
If that's even, I think he may want to interview. I'm not sure if he reached out or if the Ravens reached out, but do not get Stefanski. He is a quarterback killer. Okay, and not in a good way. Um,
Yeah.
so I hopefully that's not what they do. Um,
I can
but
see Stefanski with the Giants. I
yeah,
can see that.
I could see that too. Yeah,
Yeah. I honestly think that'd be a good fit, honestly. Um, yeah. He's an offensive guy. I can see that.
I feel like one of the names is a rumor. I don't think it's going to be an interview or anything, but like I feel like a Cliff Kingsbury would be like a great offensive mind for them.
I was surprised that the the Cardinals fired Jonathan Gannon.
Yeah,
I I don't when you don't have a quarterback, what are you supposed to do?
right.
I mean,
Brissett did what he could do. I mean,
yeah. Yeah, honestly I was surprised that Atlanta fired Raheem Morris too.
yeah,
But I think what it is the NFL is just moving to offense,
yeah,
and those are defensive guys, and
right.
so um, I want the Cowboys to get one of those guys.
That'd be nice.
Jonathan Gannon for sure, good defensive guy. He was with the Eagles, really really great defensive coordinator there.
Oh yeah,
Um, but anyway, that's I don't know where Harbaugh is gonna go. I honestly like, for instance, if the Bills lose and McDermott's fired, I think he'd want to go there. I think he want. I personally, if I was him, I would want to go with where a team had a proven quarterback.
for sure,
Um,
for sure.
if the Eagles lose, Harbaugh has ties with Philly somehow, and we know the Eagles brass. They're not afraid of firing people who, you know, and getting rid of people. So
Yeah,
some of these playoff teams just look out for Harbaugh. Obviously, he's interviewing because he wants to coach, and he still can coach. I think he's a good coach, but it's gonna be interesting to see where he goes. I just wanted to get your thoughts on the coaching carousel in the NFL as these playoffs start. Um, but more to come with that for sure. Go ahead.
right. Yeah, I think that'll be interesting, and we'll learn more in the next couple weeks. I feel like we have to mention, lastly, as we get ready to get out of here, we have to mention the number one seeds um, for AFC and NFC. Um, Broncos and the Seahawks are number one seeds for AFC and NFC. Best record for each team, first round bye for each team. Um, I guess we'll start with the Broncos. Uh,
Okay.
what what do you feel as far as their team, as far as their road to the Super Bowl?
Um. Well, honestly, for both of these teams, it's gonna be the defense. Seattle uh and Denver. It's gonna be the defense carries them. Um, Obviously Patrick Surtain for Denver. Uh, Other guys that they have, uh, drawing a blank on. his name right now, but the defensive lineman for Denver, I forget his name. But anyway, um, defense carrying him, and obviously home field very important. Mile High is a very tough place to play. Seattle, tough place to play.
Yeah,
But it's going to be interesting to see what these quarterbacks do. Bo Nix and Sam Darnold. Um, Shout out to Sam Darnold though for his performance last week, not turn the ball over.
yeah,
He was in a situation last year with Minnesota, same scenario. Winning you're the one seed, losing you're the five seed, and um, unlike last year, Minnesota's defense brought them through. And so, can these teams make the Super Bowl? They can. They can. I think their defense is going to carry them. But if we're going to get good quarterback play from them, um, then obviously that's going to be the big factor. Uh, I'm I'm more in tune to saying that Seattle will make it over Denver, just because NFC is a little bit on the easier path.
yeah,
And let's be real, Seattle has some real offensive weapons still. Kenneth Murray, Zach Charbonnet, JSN, um, Cooper Cup. Like these, Seattle has some real offensive talent, and if Sam Darnold is going to play lights out, not turn the ball over, paired with that defense, it could be scary. Um, like I said before in one of my videos, I want to see Rams versus Seahawks again
yeah.
for the third time. Think that that's just I feel like that's just how it should be.
Mhm.
Because both of those games were amazing. Denver, if Bo Nix plays well, then obviously got a shot. But again, I think they're better teams. We saw Jacksonville go up to Mile High Stadium and clobber them. So I don't have as much faith in Denver, but just being at home, cold, playoff atmosphere, they have a shot. But I think Seattle is more primed and ready in this scenario.
Yeah, yeah. I fully agree. I think Seattle has the easier road, especially in the NFC, like you said. And they've beaten all of the NFC teams that they played. So um, Seattle, I think, is definitely the stronger team. But like you said, Broncos don't have home field. Um, Tough place to play. I trust Sean Payton probably more than any other coach in the AFC. Um,
Yeah,
so
probably.
yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see what they can do and see if the buy helps or hurts. Typically, buys
It's always a factor.
right. Typically, they hurt more in college. I feel like they help more in the NFL because you get healthier, have more time to rest. You're older,
Yeah, true.
so I think they help a little bit more. But we'll see. These teams that have momentum have been going further. So I've got Seattle going back to the Super Bowl. I think I've got Broncos losing in the AFC Championship game, depending on who they play. Uh,
Okay.
but it'll be interesting to see. But it's a good segment to end it on.
Yeah, yeah. And so there it is. There you have it. We're giving our previews for the wild card weekend for the NFL playoffs. Let us know down in the comment section who you have making it out of all these games. Um, who your team is, who you're going to be rooting for, whether your team is in it or not. I'm going Jacksonville all the way. Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne. Don't forget about Travis Hunter on the squad as well. Um, but yeah, let us know and let us know down in the comment section who your Super Bowl teams are. We're just, obviously a month away. And yeah, we'll definitely be chopping it up with you guys in the comment section. Before we get out of here, like the video, comment, subscribe to the channel. Best sports talk podcast for NFL. Um, as of now, we're gonna be getting into NBA after the NFL season kicks off. After the NFL season ends, getting the NBA heavy. But yeah, comment and subscribe to the channel. We love you all. Thank you all so much for watching. Till next time. See you guys later. Peace.
Sure.
Bye, mom.